Hello guys, going to be going over the MLB PrizePicks slate for Monday, May 23rd. What a pretty good Sunday slate, all the locks hit, so going to be looking to keep it going for today. I will say though, this slate, it looks kind of gross. Just the pitchers, there's also some rain in the forecast, and the props on the board really aren't really that appealing, so do have some that I like right now. Hopefully some better ones do get added on as the day goes on. Starting out with strikeouts. So one, Vladimir Gutierrez. 3.5, taking the over on this one. Gutierrez has had some very tough matchups, and he plays for the Reds. So we know that is a very good hitter's ballpark when he does pitch at home. But you take a look at these matchups. He's been playing against the Braves, Dodgers, Padres, Brewers. So just a bunch of tough matchups in terms of the offenses, strikeouts. So his strikeout number is 4.32, against the Brewers last time out, and he's gonna be able to face the best matchup that he's had all year in the Cubs. And the Cubs, they do strike out at the league most, 25.6% against right-handed pitchers. So this is as good as it gets for Gutierrez. Because he's had very tough matchups, you look at it and he has a 14.8K%. I expect that to be better, and expected ERA shows that he also will have a lot better of an ERA. And the Reds, they're not really competing for anything, so they're fine with probably giving him a longer leash than usual. So I think he'd at least get the 4 strikeouts today. Wilson Contreras also, he got hurt in today's game, so this Cubs offense could be a lot weaker, so makes things even better for Gutierrez. Now the next play, another strikeout prop. Gonna take the under on this one for Nick Martinez, 5.5 against the Brewers. The Brewers do strike out, as seen here, 8th, 24.4%. But Nick Martinez, he's kind of the opposite of Gutierrez. He's had some pretty good matchups so far, and so we've seen some better strikeout games from him. 25% carry this year. He pitched overseas because his last season was 2017. At that point, his K rate was just so low, and it's totally normal to expect him to be an improved pitcher. But look at these matchups that he's had. Like the Cubs, 8 strikeouts. That was his highest strikeout total against the high strikeout team. Phillies, this one with 6. That game, May 18th, Phillies did not have Bryce Harper, so the best bat in the Phillies lineup was not even playing. Just some of these things that make Nick Martinez look better on paper, where I just don't think that he's that great to get over 6 Ks. And also, he went 4 innings for both games, his last 2 starts. So I don't think he's going to go 4 innings again. But in my opinion, he's just not that great of a pitcher. And I think this line is too high. Even at 5, I think I'm still interested because I think he can at least push there. I feel like he ends the game with 3 or 4 strikeouts. Now, the next one, going to be pitching outs. So this one's kind of interesting, and I got to talk about it. 16.5 for Tyler Anderson, under against the Nationals. The Nationals are a very pesky team when it comes to against any type of pitcher. They don't strike out, and it just seems like they will battle a lot. And this game, the weather says that it will rain, and it seems like the weather or the rain's going to come in a little bit later, possibly in the game. And that means the starters could be forced out of the game early. And now it would be nice if they were to be able to play at least 5 innings. That way this game will become official. And if they do suspend it, it can be an official game. And actually, it could be just scored and completed in 5 innings. Or they at least continue it later on in the night, and then they won't have these starting pitchers still in the game. So that's the case for taking it under on Tyler Anderson. Worst case, they don't play at least 5 innings, and you just get a DNP. But I don't really think Tyler Anderson can really exceed this number. I would obviously like it if it was at 18, but the Nationals, they're playing at home, and they're just a kind of an annoying offense to face. We've seen some guys kind of struggle with them in terms of the pitch count. So the Dodgers, rather, Dave Roberts, he does pull pitchers a little bit early sometimes. So I kind of like the under for this one when you add in the effect of possible rain stopping this game. Now on to hitting. So Colorado, they're going to be playing away, and it's quite a shift. Pittsburgh, their park suppresses right field or right-handed power because of left field, and these Rockies are priced like they're still playing in Coors for whatever reason. JT Brubaker is not a great pitcher, but he's also not like awful. 8-point projections. I just think I like for both Cron and Bryant. I think they're kind of high. Probably should be like 7.5 maybe. And CJ Cron and Chris Bryant, the entire Rockies team, when they're away, they have significant splits. I would probably favor Bryant's under over Cron, but Bryant, he just has the bigger name, but he's also just returned from injury, so he's probably not back in the flow of things. Cron's been having a good year, but he has significant home and road splits. So both of these guys, hopefully they don't randomly homer, but I think these projections are too high for them. And then we're going to go to the opposite of the ballpark with the Cubs and the Reds playing in Cincinnati. This actually has been the best hitters ballpark so far this season, even better than Coors. And we're getting really low projections on these guys. Tommy Pham, I love 5.5. Ian Happ, 6.0. Absolutely love this play as well. I think it's Drew Smiley and then Vladimir Gutierrez. 4.7, 4.5 run total. Not the best, but that's because these two offenses just aren't that great. But you got to just respect the ballpark here. This is an extremely good hitter's ballpark. And you have Tommy Pham, who has had a very good season in terms of hitting the ball. The results are going to come for him. You look at the stats for him, how much red there is on his Savant page. Like, this is insane. And there's absolutely zero talk about how good Tommy Pham is hitting right now. Batting 221, you know this number is way too low for where it should be. Expected at 286, 54.2 hard hit rate. Insane walk. He also has some speed, so if he gets on base, of course, he can get that stolen base. And yes, it is a lefty, but Drew Smiley not really going to go deep into the game, so he should be able to steal some bases, or possibly a base, I should say, maybe against Smiley even, or at least against the bullpen. So at 5.5, I think this is way too low. Platoon advantage, hitting-wise first, so really love that. And Ian Happ, Gutierrez absolutely struggles against left-handed hitters. Ian Happ, a switch hitter, his power is a lot better from when he's hitting lefty, so that definitely is good. And again, just a very low point projection, so absolutely love these two guys for the overs. And then we're going to go to the Brewers side. So again, attacking Nick Martinez, and we're going to do it with Christian Yelich and Rowdy Tellez. So Yelich is at 6.5 here, Tellez at 4.5. I think this number is too low for Tellez. Just taking advantage of Nick Martinez. I do not believe he is this great of a pitcher, but these projections are kind of saying that he is. And when I don't really believe in the pitcher, hitters, we're getting a discount. I'm going to take those props. So taking a look at, Yelich, we already know how great of a hitter he is, former MVP, but Tellez, this is pretty solid for someone who's probably going to be batting cleanup. And same thing for him, just a lot of red here. His expected numbers are a lot better than where they are, so it just makes sense. Yes, it is it's a ballpark downgrade for the Brewers when they have to go into Petco, but a 4.5 projection, like, that is really low for someone who's going to be batting cleanup. So absolutely love Yelich and Tellez. And then we're gonna go to Ty France for the last fantasy score prop, and over 7 points. Taking on Zach Logue, a lefty, and Ty France absolutely mashes lefties. Playing in Seattle better than Oakland, and France is having an unbelievable year. He's also been hitting righties extremely well. So even when the A's do go to the bullpen, France is still very much in play to score some fantasy points. So really like this one at round number of 7. On to hits and walks. So for this one, there are two from the same team, and that's going to be Andrew Benintendi and Carlos Santana. Over on Benintendi, under on Santana. And the reason being, Zach Davies, he is someone that will walk. He's been a little bit better in terms of walk rate this year, but Benintendi's been really good this season. His walk percentage is like about 9, a little bit higher than 9%. But again, Davies does walk guys against lefties, 13.4%. So favors a lefty in Benintendi. And he's just been pretty solid. You look at sinker changeup mostly for Davies against lefties and Benintendi against that changeup. 431 WOBA, extremely good. ISO 246, very good as well. So that's why we're taking the over on him. But then for the under on Santana's a switch hitter, but he is absolutely atrocious against righties. Like, he is awful. I'm going to show you the numbers right here, but he honestly should just stay as a righty hitter because it is really bad. And he does walk at a high rate. That's why we're getting this line. But, I mean, it is, like, hopefully he doesn't get a hit and he continues to hit in the 100s against righties because that is really how poor he's been. 122 on the year against righties. Last year he was at 184. So, I mean, he is just not good when it comes to getting hits. So that's why I'm taking the under for Santana. Now, moving on to total bases, there's some actually just got added on the board, but the one that I want to talk about is Eugenio Suarez at 0.5. Taking on Zach Logue again, just Suarez, he's been having a decent year. You know, not like amazing, but he's been hitting pretty well recently, and he gets that platoon advantage. He probably going to be batting around 6th or maybe higher, but 0.5, a lot better than 1.5. All he needs is a single. So I like the chances of that happening. That's why I'm taking the over for him. And then we're going into our favorite category, runs and RBIs. Today, though, not a ton that stands out. Rhys Hoskins, if this game does play without rain concerns, I will take the over, but we have to watch out about the weather forecast for this one. Tommy Edmund, 0.5 against Toronto. Don't believe in Jose Barrios. He struggles against lefties. Edmund a switch hitter, so platoon advantage for Edmund there. But you know, Barrios, he was pretty good last time out. Not the highest run total where I want to target guys for a runs and RBIs prop, but Edmund, you know, the leadoff guy for one of the better offenses in baseball right now. So definitely have some interest still in Edmund. Not a lock though for today. And then gonna go to Ty France. Just it kind of makes sense, right? You take 7 fantasy points over, probably going to need a runner RBI to hit that. So take the 0.5 over on this one. It looks pretty decent as well. But I would say right now, the best props are actually going to come from fantasy scoring. And those are going to be Ian Happ and Tommy Pham as my 2 favorite guys for today. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we can keep the hot streak going today. And yeah, good luck for this slate. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.